Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is in your local time frame of the world. Welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV from the beginning. We're running around as Caden Einvies, knocking out some MSQ. I do record these episodes live at twitch.tv/elecnor. So come on out, hang out, see what I get up to between episodes. And when new patches are released, see what I get into with my main character. Just ignore that beating that just happened and went by. So today we're going to knock out some more MSQ. I need to get to at least the level 20 MSQ to unlock Summoner. We've unlocked it with the job quests. We just need to hit the main story quests to get it. Plus we're getting closer to getting a mount as well. So that'll make travel a lot easier. So let's get into it. So we are here in Camp Drybone where we left off. And we are going to be knocking out a bunch of experience while we do this too. But this gear is all going to be lower than what I've currently got. So we'll just grab the monies. Sister Orison, it cannot be. Though she has wanted to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it could not be she, could it? There's a spy on the inside helping with the kidnappers. We think it's his sister Orison. I go weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Caden, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orison's activities. Alrighty, so we go back up to the temple. The little graveyard up here, where unfortunate victims of battles and matches against the Amalja are laid to rest. That's not exactly where I need to go, though. I need to go further up there. Okay, we're going to go further up there. Let me see. Yeah, I should be able to chocobo up there. On the gravestone, and then over the fence. There we go. I can catch the... Let's see, I want to go to Gold Bazaar. Alright, Chocobo Porter. I have not been there yet, so I can't take a chocobo up there yet. So we'll have to go the whole way on foot, and then hit up the Chocobo Porter while we're there. I thought I was up there, but I might not have hit the Chocobo Porter while I was there. Some imps fluttering around the ruins over there to my right. Level 16 Vandalous imps. And go very flashy fate here. I think it is all, yeah, it's all imps casting ice spells on poor NPCs. So there's nobody doing that fate right now. It's kind of nice that with these lower level fates, the NPCs will actually help a bit. So if you're just getting used to the game, getting used to the areas, then you get a little bit of help doing the fates from the game itself. An uncombed urchin. Please help. Sister Orison went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. Okay. Starts sprinting again. I'm guessing that ominous black and purple area right up there is where we're about to find Orison. But I was sure to hit up the Chocobo Porter so I can hurry to here later. Oh, there's a Tuco over there moving. You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with a child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. While I'm out here running around and getting from spot to spot, be sure to give the video a like, give the channel a subscribe, and ring ding rang clang that bell so you get notifications when these videos go up, or other games that I play and toss up on the channel. I wouldn't want to miss any of those. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and use the Porter. And make sure I am getting back to Drybone, right? Yeah. So back to Camp Drybone. 15 gil, that's not bad. You get to listen to the happy little Chocobo music. Bum, bum, dum, bum, 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 bum. See, they are on a fixed path, so do not have to worry about getting lost on the way. We're going to take a little shortcut there around the curve. Very well-trained chocobos they've got out here in the wilds. Okay. We are here, so now we go down in the big hole. And we're down in the big hole. Sister Orison was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less? Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. Oh, I need to, select the reward. That's right, it was Thancred that, turned us on to her as being the bad one. And still not as good as what I've got on. So I'll go money again. I'm well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orison. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Okay. So let's go talk to Thancred to the southeast. Let's get up completely up out of the hole first. See, sometimes when I'm just out here running around, I like to think about different fandoms and what kind of characters people would create in this game. If they're fans of certain shows or movies or comics or other IPs. So how would those characters look? What gear would they use to make them look that way? How would they name their character? Ah, there you are, Caden. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orison. Isambard said her wounds were serious. See, my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. False though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Caden. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Oh, sure. You're too afraid to go into this Amalja encampment. So let me... I should be a much newer adventurer than I am. But let the rookie new adventurer come in and look for things. That's not suspicious at all, Thancred. That should be... Oh, there it is. Strange leaflet. As opposed to a branchlet or trunklet, it's a leaflet. You put the branchlet, leaflet, and trunklet together, you get a treelet. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet. See the wealth of knowledge into the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naldthal seem somewhat less than studied. Find it hard to believe one among the order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. Alrighty. So we showed the leaflet to Thancred. So now we'll go take it to Sister Orson and see what she thinks about what it has to say. As we run there. Not getting any fights along the way because I'm level 30 and this stuff's... Ooh. Tempting. Tempting to hunt that 20 levels below. It's... I'm 20 levels below. Yeah, not going to happen. Tempting, but not that tempting. So let's go ahead and come over here. Hop down. Come back down here. Gotta go to the inn. And find her. No, this doesn't look like an inn. I did this earlier too. Got myself completely turned around. It's easy to do it to get turned around in Camp Drybone because there aren't buildings as such. There are pockets in the rock that surrounds the shaft. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous! These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, Caden. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. See, the thing is, I know things that I don't want to say or spoil. That a lot of this right now makes a lot more sense. Posing as a priest, to think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Caden. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. Gonna have the money bag. Hit level 31. Dressed to deceive. I'm afraid I've not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Caden and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Caden. So as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. I don't know, if the garments are all that smelly, if he catches wind, he might not want to approach. Okay. So I need to speak with them while garbed. Oh, that's right, I need to put equip. Okay. Ermagerd. Let's see here. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Just shutting me and kicking me out of the shop because I don't look fancy enough. I preach the teachings of Azima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Which, as you play this game, the end of days gets closer and closer all the time. That's the shop I was just in. Looking on the map, there's like somebody else that's right here that might even be up above. There's a flame captain over here. There you are. Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Gee, that's a friendly individual there. Oh, yep, they are up above. Saw the icon up here. Oh, somebody else is on the same point I am. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Let's see, I think the other one is up here. It's showing me down. Probably in this building that's right here by where I just cracked my ankles. Oh, I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. What if I want to hear the story too? That's just rude. Bring the camera out a little bit. You have quite the knack for being a nuisance, Caden. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. I don't want to remain in disguise. I want my gear on so I can fight. I mean, I can fight in disguise too, but not as effectively. See those sparkles and flashes up there? Somebody else does this fate I'm coming up on. It could be NPCs fighting, could be players fighting. I think... well, it might actually be players. Nope, it's NPCs. I mean, there might be a player in there somewhere, but it's mostly NPCs. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? Cutscene! You look absolutely smashing, Caden. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. It's kind of nice when one person going around can appear as a whole bunch of vagrants. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. There's no way. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Ah, be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I'm a priest of the Order of Nald Thal, and I come to offer you succor. The leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. He's a vagrant, but he can afford an elaborate tattoo like that on his neck. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust. What? How did you know? You bastard tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised here, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder the pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands. Outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people. So I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Lured in vulnerable people instead of helping them. Yes, you had a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! That was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ah, not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that. I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Oh. Caden, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Okay, so now we head to the Waking Sands, which are near Horizon. So Horizon is there. Western Thanalan. We're still on official business, so we'll go ahead and use the official Aetheryte ticket. Save a little bit of money. Alrighty, so here in Horizon, here I know I can use the Chocobo. Chocobo Porter. Going to Silver Bazaar. Footfalls. Horizon's Edge. There's a Silver Bazaar down here. Yeah, Silver Bazaar docks. So, Vesper Bay is where we're going. It's been so long since I've had to take the Chocobo in these areas and not just teleport in and fly there myself. I cannot remember what they're all called anymore. There's somebody with their own Chocobo. Dum-ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Well, level 18 Gladiator. Somebody who's going the Paladin route. So yeah, Gladiator to Paladin is still just not the best of steps, if you ask me. But Marauder to Warrior is a good step. It seems to me they could have done something better than Gladiator as the first step to a Paladin. And even like Knight to Paladin or something. Okay. Into the Waking Sands. Okay, and then into the Solar. So go talk to Minfilia. Oh, welcome back, Caden. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see you have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Oh, I get a level 18 weapon coffer. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mudamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mudamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mudamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mudamix and bind him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mudamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Do I even have... I do have central Thanalan. Yep. Still on official business, so still going to use the tickets. I'm going to run out of tickets eventually and have to use my guild, but I'll worry about that then. Alrighty. So yeah, no Chocobo Porter up there. I have hit this one up before though, haven't I? Yep, because they're right there. Okay. Antling workers. Those are some huge ants. Imagine the size of the can of raid you'd need to handle those ants. And the uncles, too. Alrighty. I think he just unlocks... Secrets, yeah, materia creation. Which I'm not going to worry about right now. How the uplighter come to tentering of Mutamek's bubbly pots? Fighty Tool drinks in airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Mega Eyes Fighty Tool gain power of airy self. Motamex is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yeah, stunk flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? Fighty Tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make good Teachy show of power of materia. The Materia Master. Now Eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool. Fighty Tool gains power of materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here Uplander take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. And when you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Mr. Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from somewhat as would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to become joiner of materia? Then Uplander best fill braincase with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants braincase to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learning ones of Mutamix. I think that's where Swinbros can actually get me to make materia and do other things. Looks like... Let's see. Yep. I need to get some crafting levels in to be able to meld materia to gear, which is something I had forgotten. So, because I've just been extracting and melding materia on my other characters for so long, I forgot you needed crafting levels to do it. So, go ahead and in the comments below, drop me some suggestions of which crafting job you think I should undertake. I might not do a whole lot of it in episodes. Maybe just, show off one or two of the things that I've crafted. But, let me know which crafting job I should, start. Let's get as far enough so I can meld materia. Maybe even desynth materia too when I don't need it. And desynth items. So I'd write a lot of that away between episodes. Because actually, it is possible to get a crafting skill higher level than a combat skill. So we're level 31 Arcanist. It is possible I could get up to like a level 50 Crafter without leveling Arcanist at all, if I felt so inclined. There'd be a lot to do that, but it is possible. Plus, crafting is a nice way to make some extra money. Tied in with gathering, you go out, you gather your ingredients, your resources to make the crafts, craft them, and then sell them. Minimal expenses, especially at the lower levels. Oh, it's just somebody's weapon. I saw the blue glow over here. He's a level 90 summoner. Yep. So has his weapon glamored. Actually, you know what? Since we're done pretending now, I'm gonna go ahead and put my best gear on. Is that the... Oh, I leveled... That's right! I leveled up so I could equip this chest piece now. That body piece. Like, that's not the body piece I had on earlier. But now we know, we just focus for a second, we can implant materia to weapons once we get a crafter high enough level to do that. And I could even get the crafter high enough level to do that, just not touch the crafter ever again, too. Welcome back, Caden. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Caden, so make it your ally. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. Okay. Now, this is a weapon coffer, so rather than give a specific weapon, it's just whatever job I am at the moment, it's the weapon for that item. So, engraved hard leather grimoire is not as good as what I'm carrying right now. So, you get a wrist guard. Still not as good as what I'm wearing right now. I don't know why I didn't stay in that window. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provided to them, Caden. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Alrighty. Actually, we're going to go back to Camp Drybone. So I can't remember if I started with... I think I did start with 50 of those tickets. So I'm down to almost half. Of course, we did a fair amount of traveling via airship, too, so... Alrighty. Flame Sergeant. Ah, you're the Caden Einvies of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men are aware that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja's plot if the mission succeeds, Caden. Let's make sure it does. I'm going to an invisible city. How am I supposed to see when I get there? Huh? Okay. Actually, I could go and Chocobo Porter up to the Gold Bazaar and then head over from there. Because I go completely the wrong direction to get to the Chocobo Porter. I had to get up the hill. Alrighty. Chocobo Porter, Golden Bazaar. 15 gil. See that big old crystal? The way that crystal just glows in the darkness. That'd be a heck of a thing just to photograph in various situations. Chuko! We're a little bit into level 31. So what, say about third-ish? No, less than a third. More than a quarter of the way into it, though. No, less than a quarter. So it'd be 40 and 16, yeah. We're less than a quarter of the way into it. I can do my maths, really I can. I know how to do numbers in the heady space. So head up over here to the Invisible City. And just poke around, see what we can find, you know? Nothing dangerous here amongst all these ruins. Just a few rotting corpses wandering around. Nothing too major. And just before I selected this, my brain said, okay, gotta save. I'm like, oh yeah, this is an MMO. It automatically saves all the time anyway. I'm going to get synced down to level 24 for this. So I'm losing 7 levels to do this fight. But I get to keep all my gear. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We'd make our move as soon as the walls are up here. Yes, sir. I forgot what voice I gave to that sergeant. You know, for being lizards, those are some big, bulky dudes. You say lizard men, you don't usually think dudes with such big pecs. Ah! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. They brought reinforcements. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally getting caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Yeah. Ah, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Hee hee hee. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. So that we were trying to ambush them, turned into an ambush from us because of a double cross. Take out this ranger here. Call out my topaz. Try to thin the herd a little bit, as it were. Oh, one more ranger still. You coming after me? You're not coming after me. I'm just gonna get a couple dings in here on the big guy. Oh. Can't, trying to use my AoE attack and I can't because I'm synced down to a level below where I had it. Put up your weapon, or your comrade's a dead man. Tell me to put my book away, but I want to read it. Behind you! Hmm? I bring her. The rest of you, march! Did we just get captured? Traitorous scum. We just got captured. That's usually not a good thing. When you're ambushed, turns out to be ambushed, because you got a double cross by an inside man. I mean, Ungus was talking about the amount of money he was making, so it makes sense he would spread a little coin around to get some extra mercenaries for himself. So now what do we got to do? I fear the Mulja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. Bowl of Embers. Ah! Confront Ifrit in the Bowl of Embers. We're going to go ahead and queue up. Queue up for this. Average wait time is 9 minutes. We'll give it the 10. And then if not, we'll run it with NPCs. Okay, we've been sitting here for 6 minutes. I know the average wait time is 9, and I said I'd give it till 10. Got somebody else here that might be queuing up for it. But we haven't seen any motion on the, nobody added to the party. Whereas generally, if the other people are queuing up for this, we'd see the numbers over here shift. So, I think I'm going to give it about another 45 seconds. If I haven't even seen anybody added to the party, then I will go ahead and hop out of the queue and run it with NPCs. So about another 30 seconds here. I figured this person over here would be queuing up for it, but I do not see them added to my party. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and, which as I'm setting up to do this, that's when it's going to pop, isn't it? As soon as I withdraw. So we'll enter it with a party of NPCs. Okay. We're going to go with me, a Scion Marauder, Scion Conjurer, and a Scion Thaumaturge. Okay. So here we go. We're going to go fight Ifrit. Big hot dude. And I know some people who, even though he's scaly, nasty thing, they would still consider him a hot dude. So. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. He's a hot, horny dude. With the jumps. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhood. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own. Bloody hells! Bring those two as well. What's going on? This isn't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Almighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. They've all been enraptured by him. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Pure fool stubborn-headedness. Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Okay. So it's me and NPCs. Okay, Scion Marauder. I'm going to want to get back a bit because he's got an attack that booms pretty good. Like that one right there that I was not back far enough from. I need fight a little fire with fire. Go get him, Ruby. Send a little earth energy his way. Oh, don't want to be there. Don't want to be there. Okay. Why am I trying to give me the hot foot here, Ifrit? Okay, throw a couple of ruins at you. Boosting them. He drops a nail on the floor. We got to take out the nail. Still got to watch out for that little ring of fire he throws down. Which I totally didn't forget about in the distraction of the nail. If we hadn't taken out that nail, that attack he just did would have hurt a hell of a lot more. I'm only going to end up using the level 1 limit break. And I will be using it here in a minute. So, because they're NPCs, nobody else is going to use it, so I get to. Almost enough to take him down. There we go. There he goes. Down, down, down. So he goes down in the fires of hell. That's kind of where he came up from, being a freak and all. Oh, look. A crystal. Find a crystal on the ground, pick it up all day. Let's see. Pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. Right? That's how the rhyme goes, right? So that's one we found earlier, and now this one. Never really noticed how much the coat is open there at the top, and that collar is just a separate piece. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Oh, that's gotta hurt. 2 daggers in the chest, 1 in the nose. Whew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time in extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Caden. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would have never left you to face it alone. You've been given a veritable baptism of fire. Let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. Uh-oh. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Old Dawn interference into account. You would know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. That sounds intriguing. With allies like that, who needs enemas? Beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Alrighty. So we're done. There's the Scion Warriors. Leave the duty. A stray mustache hair tickling my nose. Ah, there you are, Caden. Come rest a while. You have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Malja will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use, to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Caden. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax, and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Okay. Go ahead and head to the Waking Sands now. But yeah, we just defeated our first primal. Just did our first trial. So a lot more to come. Which took me, what, 11 episodes to get there? I mean, I could have done it sooner. That would have made some of these episodes 2 hours long. I think that's a bit much. I mean, I could easily sit down and have a 6-7 hour gaming session. But for YouTube episodes, that's a little bit too much, so. So we're going to go ahead and finish this MSQ. And then we will call the episode there. And if you are watching me live right now at twitch.tv/Eliknor, hang on. After a brief break, we will get into new content that is dropped. So let's see what kind of shenanigans we can get into there. We ride the Purdy Birdie. Look at that big pretty yellow bird. Wonder if anybody's ever dressed up an ostrich to look like a chocobo. An ostrich or an emu, either one. I mean, chocobos have a bit thicker neck than ostriches do. Their body's a bit heftier, more designed to be used as a mount. Okay. There's a couple more people here than were last time. There's Y'shtola hanging out over there. I think this way is another room with more people in it. Yeah, there's Oriange, Yida, Papa Limo. So you definitely see more of them. And nothing back there. Okay. Brent, we won't see a whole lot more of Brent. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He's presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Caden her life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took her prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yet by some miracle she survived. But that does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Caden, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You've done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected with the Amalja, undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been
rife in both Limsa Liminsa and Gridania of late.
I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now, aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of aether. Crystals.
It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal.
Which leaves us the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of aether.
However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence,
easier for her to say,
which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes.
But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected.
Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. That is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence.
I know why.
It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why.
The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding.
While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Hayden.
They're always telling me to rest.
You may be sure it won't last long. Once people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself.
Whether she intended to or not, Minfilia neglected to tell you something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope you will continue to stand with us, Caden. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. So it does kind of suck that once they are brainwashed by the primals, they can't be unwashed. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louisoix would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. And quest complete. So we will start the next one in here with the Solar, with Minfilia. We will do that next time. I do want to say thank you for watching. Be sure to give the video a like, give the channel a subscribe, and ring ding ring clang that bell so you get notifications when these videos go up. If you like the video, share it with your friends. If you didn't like the video, share it with your enemies.
Let's harass somebody with it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.